Mr. Carden, physician. Technical knowledge, moral awareness, and expanded responsibility. The testimony of the Spirit. Mr. Carden, physician, presented in the second part of Heaven and Hell, offers a profound reflection on the relationship between professional knowledge, personal ethics, and moral responsibility. His account demonstrates that spiritual life evaluates not only what one knows, but above all, how that knowledge has been applied in contact with human suffering. Mr. Carden expresses himself with preserved intellectual clarity, maintaining memory, reasoning, and a clear awareness of his identity. However, his spiritual state reveals inner restlessness. In life he practiced medicine with technical competence, but he acknowledges that he did not always know how to combine scientific knowledge with moral sensitivity, empathy, and deep respect for human dignity. This dissociation becomes evident after passing. Modern depth psychology helps to understand this state. Professions that deal directly with the pain of others can lead to the development of emotional defenses, such as affective distancing. When this distancing exceeds the limit of healthy protection and turns into coldness or indifference, an internal conflict is created that sooner or later emerges into consciousness. Spiritism clarifies that Mr. Carden's suffering is not punishment, but rather a result of the expansion of moral lucidity. After death, he begins to perceive more clearly the emotional and human impact of his actions and omissions. Knowledge that is not accompanied by compassion generates discomfort when consciousness becomes more sensitive and encompassing. Modern science reinforces this reading by demonstrating that true professional excellence involves both technical and emotional competencies. Studies in psychology and medical ethics show that empathy, active listening, and moral responsibility are essential components of comprehensive care. On a spiritual level, this integration becomes even more evident, as only the moral value of actions remains. Another important point of the testimony is the absence of rebellion. Mr. Carden does not rebel against his condition nor seeks external justifications. He acknowledges that he had opportunities to act with more humanity and that he failed in some of them. This conscious acceptance is the first step toward spiritual progress, as it breaks with denial and opens space for learning. Spiritism shows that the greater the knowledge, the greater the responsibility. Perfection is not required, but coherence is. Suffering arises when there is a distance between what is known and what is lived. As this distance is recognized and worked on, consciousness begins to reorganize itself. Mr. Carden's account also teaches that error does not interrupt evolution. On the contrary, when recognized with humility, it transforms into a source of learning. Spiritual life does not condemn knowledge, but invites us to put it to the service of good, empathy, and moral elevation. This testimony is especially relevant in a society marked by great technical advancements. It reminds us that true human progress is not just about doing more or knowing more, but about being better, using knowledge as a tool for care, respect, and responsibility. Mr. Carden teaches us that professional awareness continues beyond physical life. Every gesture of humanity or indifference leaves real marks on consciousness. Preparing for future life is learning to integrate competence and compassion in the present. If this testimony helped you reflect on ethics, responsibility, and the conscious use of knowledge, like, share, and leave your comment. Your participation helps this message reach more people.